Luxury isn't cheap. Money is hard to get. And when you're shopping around for a car, typically someone will go for the cheapest route, while this is the cheapest way to get into luxury. My name is Eugene. Welcome to TVEC. We are the home of extravagant reviews.
Four liters of fuel. Eugene, you're paying for this.
Well, you join us in a bit of a different angle for once, because
you join us in 2010.
You join us in 2010, and the boy is sitting at the back there because it's an executive sedan.
Yes, you can be chauffeured in this. Now, this wasn't even the LS, which is the proper chauffeur car, but there's so much legroom in this and so much headroom. The materials are just so perfect that I'm in love with this car, bro. I love Lexus.
Bro,
Keep doing what you're doing, Lexus.
I'm sitting here and it's reminding me of when we used to spend so much time in my one.
Bro, the memories are forever and ever and ever.
It's such a blast from my past. And one thing I do feel, although you speak about this in the performance segment, is that the steering is a little bit more firmer.
Yes.
That's what I feel like when I'm shifting the car left to right. It has a little bit of a sportiness to it. And yeah, but in overall, I just love the way this car drives. It's so soft, it's so smooth, it's a Lexus. It doesn't egg you on to drive quicker.
Not at all.
It just makes you be just still.
This car makes me want to drive my granny around.
Really? Yes.
That's exactly how I feel in this car.
Yeah.
It's quick enough, which we'll speak more about on soon, so stay tuned for that. It's more than comfortable enough. It's reliable. It's going to last you forever. The materials are all beautiful. The seats at the back are wonderful.
Like I'm literally sitting in here and I have no thought of anger, of stress, of anything. This
car can cure depression when you drive it.
I have such serenity in me that I literally feel like I can take over the world. Like I can just think of an idea right now that will change the world. That's how a Lexus makes you feel. And that's what this car makes you feel.
This beautiful like suede headliner and these leather like handles here, it just makes me feel like a king in the back. There's so much space and everything's just made well. It makes me want this car. So if you guys would just head down below, hit that subscribe button. The subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe button.
And the notification bell.
Yes.
So that you're notified when we have more amazing reviews like this. And get us to 15,000 subscribers, because we're going to have a car that's not as luxurious as this, but has 1,000 horsepower, so it makes up for that point.
And I'm just remembering like how my IS250 used to drive, and this is on like a completely different level. Like that car was still comfortable, but this is like another level above.
I told you, this is like 7 Series to me inside here. It should not have any right being this comfortable and this good.
No. I mean, why would you even want a 7 Series from this generation when you have this? And it's way cheaper.
Let me just correct you there. Why would you want any other car, to be honest, other than to have one sports car and this?
Yeah, because it gives you the luxuriousness of, I can't believe I'm going to say this, a Bentley and a Rolls Royce.
That's what it feels like. It feels like baby versions of those in terms of just comfort, the materials used, how quiet that engine is, even though it's such a big V6. I mean, it's just so premium in so many ways.
I really miss this. Is making me miss my car so much. 2010.
Back when things were just so simple.
Very, very simple.
And not just on the inside, but on the outside as well. I mean, speaking about this design, it is just so clean, so simple, so elegant, and so beautiful. I mean, you can literally write a poem about this car and the way it looks, because it's just that good. And I wish that cars these days took a note from 2010, because that's when this car is from, and designed them more so like this.
That was just the golden era of cars.
Definitely was just the gold era. And we all know why this is designed so perfect. It's because, one, it's a Lexus,
right? And
two, it's Japanese. And when it comes to the Japanese, and you're talking about cars or watches or even like internet connection, especially they are the goats.
Yeah, they are the goats. And you know, I have such a connection with this brand because, as I alluded a little bit earlier, I personally own an IS250 myself. And that was my very first car as an 18-year-old.
That's a flex.
That's a
subtle flex.
That's a subtle flex. It is a subtle flex. Now, when I look at this, I do get elements of that, but this is a more premium looking car, because in the front end design, with the headlights on my car, they were actually connected. But instead here, they were, they were halved because they wanted to diverse and digress beyond, you know, the IS platform.
Yeah, they wanted to separate this from the IS platform.
Because this did go against the 5 Series, the A6, and as well as the E-Class of the generation. So they wanted to distinguishify this. I don't even know if that's a word. It might be a word.
It's a new word, guys.
It is a new word.
South African word.
It is a South African word. But I looking at this, it makes me miss my car so much.
Bro,
I just miss that.
the memories we had. One day we're gonna do a sit down if you want us to,
Right.
and we'll speak about some of our memories in that Lex, because it was just great.
We went everywhere. We did everything, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah, that's a story for another. Speaking about this car though, it's not only set out in the front from your IS or the LS, which was the bigger car. This rear arch over here, this back end, the actual rear of the car, the little spoiler, the lights and the exhaust, all separated itself from the IS. And I must say, the way this car is designed makes it look like even the air going over it is comfortable.
Oh,
that's just what it looks like.
It just, like, when you look at this, it doesn't anger you. It
doesn't. It keeps you calm. And the one thing I loved about these Lexuses, just to end off the segment, is they were all separate from each other.
Right.
An IS to a GS to an LS were separate. But at the end of the day, you drove a Lexus. So that premium quality, the reliability was there in every car. And that's where the Germans fell short.
Right.
They all had cars that kind of looked the same. They weren't that different. And there was always something that you kind of wanted from other cars that you couldn't get in that. Whereas this, there's not much that you want from an LS that you wouldn't mind in the GS.
No. And I think the interior says that so as well. A blast from my past.
I should say, or we should say, this should be a blast from everyone's past. If you haven't been in this era, like the 2010 era of Lexus, you need to go to anyone you can find, and we're just going to advise you go to Haval Pre-Owned Edenvale and check this one out. But go to one and just check it out, because for this era of car, for this style and category that this was in, there was no better interior.
No, I mean,
and there still isn't.
I mean, it has red wood.
It has red wood. No 5 Series has red wood.
No E-Class had red wood.
No E-Class has red wood either. I mean, this is stuff you're getting in 7 Series, and I still prefer this interior to that generation 7 Series even. And it's a big thing to say, but it has to be said. I mean, for the money. Now, this is the GS300 SE. It's got just over, I think, 160. We'll correct that on the clock. But it is so neat, so comfortable. And yet, Haval Pre-Owned Edenvale is going for 150 grand. That's absurd.
As a former owner of this, for 150 grand, this interior feels like it's 400,000 rand.
At least. Maybe even 400,000 on top of the 150.
On top of it. And
because you can get a Kwid for this money.
I'm not buying a Kwid over this.
This piece here is built better than a whole Kwid.
I mean, everything right here is much safer than a Kwid.
Yes. And everything is just put together so well. It's lasted. It's Japanese. It's been a Lexus.
It's been a Lexus.
Not only is the engine reliable, but everything inside here. I mean, the seats are still so lovely, so comfortable, so well looked after.
Yes.
All of this is leather. The touch points in this car are all leather or soft touch or red wood or steel.
Or steel.
They're all lovely to just explore with your hands.
And speaking of steel, you get a steel gauge cluster set.
A brushed steel gauge cassette. That is just absurd.
That is like...
And we are watch guys. So small details like that really get us going.
I mean, when I stepped inside, I was like, my days. A 7 Series didn't even have this.
No, this is just so wonderful. And ergonomically, we have to say, and me specifically, I have been living with this car, but as I've had it at home for a little while, and I will have it for the weekend, it's just so easy to use. I mean, you got physical buttons. They're all laid out really nicely. It looks clean here. You got physical buttons on the dashboard. Everything is just easy to use. The only complaint I have is Bluetooth does take slightly longer to connect, and then the song does take a little while to start playing.
It's 15 years old.
But Bluetooth in 2010 wasn't really a thing. So for this to even have it in 2010 is a big plus.
It was a flex at the time. And I know you wanted to speak about some James Bond touches.
Some James Bond touches, for sure. Now, you've got your very Lexus Toyota gear shift here.
Yeah,
but if you were to move your arm right here and press this lever up and slide it, you get your traction control, your power, ECT, and snow button. It's also your sport and normal suspension, your heated seat controls. And when you lift it open, you've got a double glove box.
Double glove box, yes.
Yes, a double glove with velvet inlining. And then if you were to come to this side, you've got a small button here that releases some more points over there for some tiny storage like coins. And then if you press this other one that says push really big, You get a whole bunch of buttons for your mirrors and your parking sensors and your lighting adjustment for the gauge cluster. But it all looks like gun points, and you can kind of just play around with them, pretend that you're in James Bond.
And this is 150,000 Rand.
150,000 Rand. Your memory seats, heated seats, all the tech that you ever want, and you don't need more tech.
What more could you ask for than this?
Nothing more. And starting us off with a very quiet bang, because we're going to punch it a bit here. And it is just so smooth. It's even relaxing to drive fast. And this car actually, like Eugene said earlier on, doesn't egg you on to drive fast.
No.
It really just actually eggs you on to drive your granny around comfortably and just live stress-free. And that's exactly what this feels like.
And I'm sitting in the back seat over here like I could sleep forever. And
I could even sleep in the front.
Please don't, because
we'll we take a break. Yeah.
Please don't, because we have to make it back. We have to make it to our next lives.
Yeah.
But also, one thing I did want to speak about is that with my own car, I do remember feeling like that engine did need a little bit more power and a little bit more torque. But this one definitely takes care of that.
Yeah, because yours was a lower capacity V6. This, though, is a 3-liter V6 from Lexus, making roughly 183 kilowatts and just over 300 newton meters of torque. There's also rear-wheel drive, and it is going through quite a decent gearbox, which is just very smooth. It's not the most sporty gearbox in the whole world.
No.
It's got enough torque and enough oomph to get around people, and like if we go off the line here, it is quite strong to get going, but it isn't a car that you necessarily want to drive quick. I could see the 5 Series being a more dynamic car than this from this generation.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. You can definitely feel that.
And Max Verstappen in this, in a Lexus, you can see the car still handles wonderfully. It still is very precise, and that purr from that V6 is so flippin'. I don't know what to say.
It's just
you just make noises in this car. You don't say words.
No, you can't. How can you say words? Because this car is just a combination of extreme high quality to detail, extreme luxury, and
I put my foot down and it starts to just purr and go.
Oh,
it's quick.
It's
But
so
it
quick.
doesn't feel fast because you're so comfortable. I mean, this car makes me the calmest person on the road. I'm not cross with anyone. You could cut me off and I'd be okay. I'd give you a thumbs up in this car.
And that's the thing that you get with a Lexus. People just have a different level of respect for you. Like when I had mine, I remember I was hardly ever cut off. I was hardly ever shouted at, hooted at, being thrown the finger. But because people just know that this brand is about premiumness, high quality, and you don't get that in a BMW or Mercedes.
Yes, especially anymore.
Especially anymore.
X3, C-Class.
C-Class.
But yeah, otherwise, guys, thank you again to Haval Pre-Owned Edenvale for this wonderful car. I'm going to give you a last foot to the floor here. It's actually got a little bit of a press at the end of the throttle that actually allows you to downshift when you're in sports mode. So it's actually still so biased to being comfortable.
Yeah.
That it's just made to do that, and it does it so well. And I know Eugene was not looking forward to this part of the video.
I'm not.
We are talking about what we don't know. I'm just kidding.
Nah, it's not.
It's something that he doesn't want to say, which is...
This is sadly the end of this magnificent video.
Yeah, it's the end of the review. And
you can just hear it in my tone that this car, specifically this brand, makes you so calm, so relaxed, that you don't even want to do anything more than just cruise.
Yeah, I could really easily take this to Durban, do the speed limit and have some tunes and not say anything the whole way because I'm so relaxed. I feel like this car has made us older and wiser.
We become more mature.
We've become more mature. This is what a Lexus will do to you. Not a BMW. That makes you more childish.
It does make you more childish.
This makes you more mature.
This is
more
for a man.
Up. This is for a man.
This is definitely
That's what I'm saying. But this is probably the most calm and relaxed we've ever been in a review.
I don't think I've ever walked away thinking, okay, I think I just want to sleep now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I ever
And you saw, we could have slept in the car while driving.
Yeah, but at least we didn't because we still have our brain to use.
But if we did, it's a Lexus.
It's a Lexus.
You still won't die if you crash.
And to think that this is only 150,000 Rand.
15 years and 150 grand. That's 10 grand a year. That's cheap, man.
That's cheap.
Just get one.
So don't go buy a Kwid. Buy this. Because how can you go wrong with this? You can't go wrong with this.
I mean, don't go buy a 7 Series or 5 Series. Okay, maybe if you want a bit of performance.
True, yes.
Those cars aren't going to be much quicker than this. But for the sporty dynamic driving, the BMW you can't go wrong with, but you're also going to have oil problems. You will not in this.
No, you will never. I never had any oil problems in my car. Never. I never did.
And that's why I think this is probably the best all-round mid-size luxury premium sedan you can buy.
This is the cheapest
especially
way
for the money.
This is the cheapest way to get into luxury.
This is the most affordable luxury you can buy. And I think that you guys should head over to Evolve Pre-Owned Edenvale or send us a DM if you are interested, and we'll get you involved with them and come check the car out. Come take it for a test drive and fall in love with it just like we have.
I've fallen back in love with this brand. I just want to get another one.
So Lexus, give us some cars.
Yes, please.
We're waiting. We're going to send you this video so you can give us some cars.
But we hope you guys enjoyed this lovely, relaxing review. It was very relaxing for us.
Very relaxing.
Make sure that you click the like button, subscribe button, notification bell, and we'll see you next time because there's more of these coming in the future. Goodbye.